Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. But if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. You'll also have an opportunity to subscribe at the end of this video or anytime during this video if you want to be my guest. And make sure you also hit the bell button. That way you'll be notified when I do posts. So I'm so excited to share this video with y'all today. This has been a highly requested video or topic since I started my YouTube, and even when I took a break from YouTube, I was still getting questions about this on my social media from other moms or women about how I lost the weight after having 2 babies, 2 postpartums, and like 2 C-sections. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this video. I know we're all in quarantine, and I see a lot of people getting their health together, getting their life together. Especially shout out to my mamas out there doing their thing, getting healthy and working out. So hopefully this video I'll share my experience, my struggle, just some tips and things that I did to start my journey, and how I lost around 45 to 50 pounds within, I'm not sure if it was a year and a half, but this is my journey. I know some people snap back a lot faster, or snap back or get their body back a lot faster. However, this is my unique journey. Your journey is unique. Everybody's journey back to health is unique. And don't compare yourself or your journey or story to anyone else's, because you need to go at the pace you feel comfortable at in order to be your best self, in order to get healthy. This is my story. So as you guys may know, if you follow me on social media, or if you don't, I'm gonna also add some pictures into the video so you can see my transformation of where I was to now. After having my son, I was up to almost 200 pounds. I was 190 pounds, and if you don't know, I'm 4'10", so that is a lot of weight to be on my little frame, and I was just really overweight. I started putting on weight after having my first child, and it didn't happen immediately. I kind of snapped back quick, but going through postpartum depression made me put on weight. And I hadn't dropped that weight by the time I got pregnant with my second child. My first child was 1, my daughter was 1, and then I was pregnant again. So I hadn't had a chance to lose all of my baby weight. And also I started gaining weight with my second child because my son was diagnosed with Down syndrome. And that was a very, very stressful diagnosis. So I started just eating a lot. That just was my coping mechanism. I know some people may drink when they're stressed, may smoke, or whatever your coping mechanism is. Mine was food, and I put on a lot of weight. And by the time my son was a few months old, I was 200 pounds. That's how I picked up all the weight, just dealing with raising a child with Down syndrome and all the crazy stuff that comes along with it. My son had feeding issues. He vomited and refluxed all his food. He had a surgery, and this was all by the time before he was 1 year old. And so I had put on a lot of weight. And the turning point for me was one day I was laying down on the couch just chilling, and my husband was going to get dinner, pick us up some dinner, and I could not breathe. There was a heavy weight on my chest. It was very painful. I felt pain in my arms, my back, my chest, and I literally felt like I was dying. I was getting dizzy. My sight was just kind of blurring out or distorting out, and I felt like this was a wake-up call from God to get my life together, not just in one area, but also all of my areas of my life, which included my health and my weight. And I was praying to God on the couch. Because I felt like I was literally fading out, and I saw an angel at that moment. I'm like, God, what is this? What is going on? And I felt like this was the Holy Spirit telling me to get my weight together, or my life and my health together. So after that, my husband came home, or I was trying to call him, and he finally made it home from getting us some food. And I told him, like, you know, this is the turning point. I told him what happened and that I wanted to be healthier. Now, although I wanted to, the change didn't come overnight, but one of the factors that pushed me was a scripture I read, and it says that, do you not know your body is a temple? Our body is a temple that was given to us as a gift from God. It tells us that our body should be a holy and acceptable living sacrifice unto God, and that we should be treating our bodies as temples. And temples, if you know, are a sacred place. They're reverence that you honor in the temple. You don't just put anything in it. So you don't just want to put anything in your body. You want to make sure you're actually healthy. That way you can actually do the call or do whatever God has in store for you, whatever call or purpose He has for you. You want to be healthy enough to do that and to actually be around for your kids. So that was a huge motivating factor for me. Also being diagnosed with pre-diabetes a couple months before, and I still wasn't taking it serious. I was still eating sugar and everything, so that was a turning point for me. So how did I do it? I know that's a huge question. How did you do it? Where do you start if you haven't worked out in years? And that was me. I hadn't worked out in years. I used to be in high school. I was a lot smaller. I always had a shape, but I was a lot smaller, and I was used to being on the cheerleading team, doing practices and working out and everything, so I was used to it. But by now, I hadn't worked out in years. So where did I start? Actually, my first 25 pounds that I lost was just basically, honestly, off of diet alone. My first step was to cut out sugar, not only for my pre-diabetes, but just to wean myself completely off of sugar, because that's how I got fat. I was just baking whole pans of brownies and cookies to myself and baking cakes, and I would eat most of it. My husband would probably have like a piece, and he would come home like, babe, what happened to all the brownies? And I would just be like, but yeah, so I cut all the sugar out, and I replaced my sugary snacks or everything with veggies, vegetables with maybe some dip, celery, peanut butter, granola bars, rice cakes, everything that was probably low calorie and low fat. I replaced the sugary snacks and everything with veggies and fruit and everything like that. There are a lot of healthy options out here. I love Kind bars. I can't think of everything else at the moment, but I just replaced all my sugary snacks. And number 2 to go, I cut out fatty foods and fast foods. Now this is a huge key. Cutting out fatty food, high fatty content food, fried chicken. Instead of frying my meat, I was baking it now. Instead of burgers and huge bacon burgers, I was eating baked chicken, salmon, and things that weren't fried. I was cooking a lot more at home instead of eating out or going out, because I was able to control how it was made, how many calories. I was able to control a lot more versus me going out. So that cut down on a lot of me eating out, and it helped me save money. So that was like a win-win. So I cut out the fast food and fatty food, and I also began to have a protein shake for breakfast. I replaced like sugar and all that good stuff with a protein shake. It was low sugar, low calorie protein shake with maybe like a sauteed spinach and mushroom onion on the side, or an egg. So that protein shake really helped make me full without eating like a whole big breakfast, like pancakes, bacon, eggs, you know, the whole 9 and everything. I cut that out, and I had a protein shake as well. So next, the next step after I cut out first the sugar, then the fatty food and fried food, next was bread and pasta. And this was really hard for me. But once I cut out the bread and pasta, I was pretty much good from there, and I had dropped 25 pounds just like that off diet alone. So after I dropped my first 25 pounds, I wanted to continue losing weight, and this is where you slowly add in your workout. Everybody is different, but my suggestion is, I was a lot heavier, so I've been through this, and I tried to rush into it, tried to do like, I'm about to do these abs, I'm about to get it right, I'm about to get, like, no, none of that worked, because I was huge. I wasn't used to working out, so when I tried to, my body was so sore the next day. The next few days, I couldn't work out for like a week because I had put my body through extreme stress. What happened, or what worked for me, is when I took it slow. The first thing you need to do is cardio. Anything, I know my routine for my cardio was, I would run for 5 to 10 minutes, and after I was done running around my house, literally like my living room, kitchen, I would run around for maybe 5 to 15 minutes. Then I would do jumping jacks, which is more cardio. Then I would run in place. Then I would do get a jump rope. I would do a lot of cardio for maybe like half an hour And then once over the weeks, I started building up that stamina with cardio. Cardio is simply anything that gets your heart pumping, anything that gets that heart rate up. You can also look up on Google different cardio exercises to do, but that's how I started. And then I was able to transition into actually toning my arms, my legs, and everything in my stomach. You want to make sure that you have the actual stamina, the strength built up to do that. And it's okay if you can't just go full force into it. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Like, there will be times where I'm literally crying. I would quit my workout in the middle. I would do like maybe like 5 minutes to run and say, okay, I did a good job today. But that's okay. A slow start is still a start. I don't want you to be discouraged if you feel like it's too painful. I didn't even get through my whole workout today. That's okay. You can build yourself up to where you want to be, and that's what I literally had to do. I had to realize that I gave birth to 2 kids. I've been through so much. My body is not used to this. Go at your own pace. Don't feel forced. Don't feel pressure. You make sure you're going at your own pace when you start back working out postpartum. And then once I actually dropped maybe 10 to 15 more pounds, I think my husband saw that I was serious about my workout or about my health journey, and he ended up buying me an exercise bike. Like, I was so geeked, and I was on that thing like maybe every day, sometimes twice a day. And that's a form of cardio too. If you look up maybe you want to buy like a Peloton or whatever is in your budget. I know I got mine from Walmart. I may link it below if I can find it, but I got it from Walmart. I think it was like $100-something or under, and I was on it like once or twice a day, and then I started actually losing more weight from that. And then once I started, getting into the routine, I created an actual routine. Once I had dropped a lot of weight, I was able to start getting intense with it. I was targeting certain areas. Like, after I would do my cardio, then I would start doing like lifting weights. I also got my weights from Walmart. I think they're like $10 or under. They're super cheap, super affordable, so you can start to tone after you are smaller or after you get where you want to be. First set your first goal, and then you can start to tone and then target and then get intense with it. You're toning now. So that's where I am with my journey. I'm still toning up a little bit. I want to lose 15 to 20 pounds. But that's basically just what I did to lose my 45 to 50 pounds within, I believe it was a year and a half. But like I said, everybody's journey is different. This is just to encourage you to start small, start making modifications little by little to your diet. It didn't happen for me overnight. Some people will get it just like that. But if you are like me, it was a fight tooth and nail. Like, I cried, I struggled. I even saw the scale go up sometimes, and I was really discouraged, but I kept pushing. Eventually I got used to eating healthy. Eventually my body started picking up, and my body got adjusted to me working out. So I just want to encourage you, if you're just starting, maybe you fell off, or maybe you just want to pick back up where you left off before you had your kids, then I hope this encourages you. I may do a workout video if you guys or mamas want to see some of the workouts that I did too. I also have some abs coming in now, so y'all, like, quarantine or not, I'm gonna have a summer body, period. But I hope this video helped in any kind of way. If it encouraged you to get back, just starting small, you can do it. And also, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends or maybe some other mamas. I'll be back on. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see y'all next week.